How's it going? It's me again, just queuing up for a bit of COD while I decompress from my day job. And by day, I'm a remote software engineer for a big UK bank. It sounds great, and it is in many ways 4-day work week, good salary, fully remote, but I realised a while ago that being comfortable isn't the same as being free. I don't want to be a cog in a machine forever, no matter how comfortable it is. That feeling is the whole reason I started this channel. It's my public log for leveling up my finances alongside my gaming. Think of it as my side quest to build an escape plan from my 9 to 5, and hopefully I can help others in their 20s and 30s map out their own. Today, we're tearing down the 5 biggest lies about investing that keeps people stuck. This is the stuff that keeps you grinding away at your job you don't love because you think you have no other choice. I used to believe them, but I'm going to debunk them simply with no hype while we run through some gameplay. My strategy has evolved over time, and I'll explain why I've moved from simple ETFs to picking individual stocks like Microsoft and Amazon. First up, the big one, the lie that stops most people before they even start. You need a lot of money to be an investor. That's complete rubbish. For years I told myself this. It felt like an exclusive club for the rich. But that's exactly what the system wants you to think. It keeps you on the sidelines, letting your money get eaten alive by inflation in a savings account. The truth is you can start with a tiny, regular amount. We're talking £25, £50, £100 a month. Most UK platforms let you set up a direct debit right into the stocks and shares ISA, with some letting you start from as little as £25 a month. You don't walk into a gym for the first time and try to bench 200 kilos. You start with the bar and you stay consistent. It's the same with investing. I got serious about this by making a plan to live well below my means, which last year allowed me to buy a house and now lets me max out my £20,000 annual ISA allowance. But I didn't start there. I started much smaller. That first consistent investment, however small, is everything. It's the magic of compounding. The first £100 isn't just £100. It buys a tiny piece of real companies, those companies you hope grow. Next month, your new investment joins the first, which has already changed in value. It's a snowball effect, a slow but incredibly powerful way to build wealth on autopilot. The barrier isn't money, it's mindset. Right, on to lie number 2. The fearmonger's favourite, investing is just gambling, you'll lose all your money. I get it, the news loves a good market crash story. You see the scary red arrows and your brain screams danger. Risk is real, but the idea that you've guaranteed to lose everything if you invest smartly, that's a massive exaggeration. The truth is you manage that risk with 2 simple ideas: diversification and time. First, diversification, it just means not putting all your eggs in one basket. If you put all your cash into one company, yeah, that's risky. That's why my pension is invested in an all-world ETF. It's a simple fund that holds thousands of companies across the globe. For me to lose everything in that, the entire global economy would have to collapse. If that happens, the money in your bank is the least of your worries. Second is time. Investing is a long-term game, 5 years minimum, but ideally decades. Look at history. No matter how bad the crash, the market has always recovered and climbed to new highs. I had a real life test of this when I started investing just before 2022 downturn. I remember looking at my account, seeing it down nearly 20%, and the panic was real, but I understood the principle. So I held on and kept investing. Since then, the portfolio hasn't just recovered, it's grown significantly. The real risk isn't a temporary dip, it's inflation silently stealing your cash's value. That's a guaranteed loss. This leads perfectly to lie number 3. You need to be a financial expert, some kind of stock picking wizard to succeed. That is a load of bollocks. This is my favourite one to debunk because it's a lie peddled by gurus who want to sell you their secrets. They want you to think it's a complex world that only they have the key to. It isn't. The truth is, with passive investing, you don't need to be an expert. That's the point. For years, I just bought index funds. My pension is still invested this way. I put my money into an all-world ETF and the pros handle the rest. I write code for a bank. I don't want to spend my evenings poring over earnings reports, and the data shows you don't have to. Study after study proves that most professional fund managers fail to beat the market over the long term. So why did I start picking individual stocks like Meta and AMD in my ISA? After years of passively investing, I wanted to take a more active role. Recent analysis like JP Morgan's long-term forecast suggests returns from a US-only index might be lower over the next decade. This prompted me to either go global, like with my pension, or get specific. I now enjoy the challenge of researching and investing in specific, high-quality quality companies that I believe in for the long run. But let me be clear, this is not necessary. You can build serious wealth just by buying the whole haystack instead of searching for the needle. This one's a close cousin to the expert lie. It's the idea that you have to time the market, buy at the bottom and sell at the top, and be glued to your screen all day. This is a recipe for anxiety and terrible decisions. Even pros with supercomputers can't consistently time the market. You'll either be paralyzed by fear, waiting for a perfect time that never comes, or you'll panic sell in a dip and lock in your losses. The stress-free alternative is dollar cost averaging. It sounds technical, but it's just investing consistently. You put the same amount of money in at the same time every month, no matter what. Here's why it works. When the market is down, your fixed amount buys more shares. When it's up, it buys fewer. Over time, this averages out your purchase price. It takes all the emotion out of it. I automate my investments every month into my chosen stocks. I don't check the news. I don't try to guess. Checking your investments daily is like rage quitting a match because you're losing in the first 2 minutes. It's short-sighted. Investing is the entire campaign. There will be good and bad levels. The key is just to keep playing. This frees up my mental energy for my job, my side projects, and winning this game. And finally, the fifth and most dangerous lie: investing is either a casino or it's a get-rich-quick scheme. You see this nonsense everywhere: the crypto scams, the meme stocks, the people on TikTok promising 100x returns in a week. They frame investing as a casino where you bet big and hope for a jackpot. Investing done right is the exact opposite. Gambling is a bet on a random outcome. Proper investing is buying a share in the future earnings of a real business. Even though I now pick individual stocks, I'm not gambling. I'm buying stakes in some of the most profitable companies on the planet like Amazon and Microsoft. Based on my belief in their long-term growth, this is about playing the long-term odds, which data shows are heavily in favor. Gambling is not. The get-rich-quick part is just as toxic. Real wealth building is slow. It's the patient grind, like leveling up your weapon in COD. You do it bit by bit, match after match. There are no shortcuts. Anyone promising you guaranteed fast returns is almost certainly scamming you. That's not how you escape the 9 to 5. That's how you end up right back where you started, but with less money. My goal isn't to hit a lottery ticket. It's to build my system that over decades will give me freedom. Look, I nearly let these 5 lies stop me from even starting. The truth is that investing isn't some secret scary world for the rich and the clever. You can start small right now with as little as £25 a month in a stocks and shares ISA. It's far less risky than letting your cash get eaten by inflation. You don't need to be an expert, just be consistent, automate it, and let time do the heavy lifting. If you're feeling that same comfortable but not free vibe in your job, maybe this is the side quest you need to start. This channel is my log of that journey. Let me know in the comments which of these lies you've heard the most, and if this was helpful, give it a like and subscribe for the next one. Cheers.